everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another of my top favorite countdowns. And this one is, my last video was on my top 10 favorite Disney princesses. Now this one is on my top 5 favorite official Disney princesses. Okay, Disney has a long-standing reputation of having princess movies to inspire little girls to be the best they can be. However, of all the princesses, or characters who can be considered princesses, that Disney has portrayed, only 12 or 13 actually hold the title of an official Disney princess. Now, I can't name all of them off the top of my head, but you can go to the official Disney Princess website to see all the official Disney princesses. And yes, there is actually a crowning ceremony and everything for each new Disney princess. Now, I could have done a top 10 favorite video on my favorite official Disney princesses, but I'm going to admit it, I was a little lazy, so I'm just doing my top 5. So, here's the countdown of my top 5 favorite official Disney princesses. Okay, number 5 is Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I love Belle, and Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite Disney movies. I loved the original animated version, and I love the new live-action version as well. I think it's very... I feel the live-action version follows the animated version fairly well. There are a few minor differences, but I'm going to save that more for a comparison video once I do a movie talk video on the animated Beauty and the Beast and then on the live-action Beauty and the Beast. So I'm not going to get into the comparisons, but Belle definitely makes the top 5 cut of my favorite official Disney princesses. And yes, you're probably noticing, if you've seen my top 10 favorite Disney princess videos, that Belle was on that list as well. All the ladies, or all the princesses on this list actually were on my top 10 favorite Disney princess list. I just cut like half of them out because half of them were official Disney princesses. Okay, number 4 is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I absolutely love Ariel. The Little Mermaid was a movie that my sister and I watched a lot as little girls and played a lot as little girls, particularly in the summer when we went swimming. This is also one of my mom's favorite Disney movies, probably her favorite Disney princess movie. And for those of you who are unaware, Ariel is, or The Little Mermaid, is actually a Hans Christian Andersen story. A lot of the Disney movies are fairy tales, Grimm fairy tales, Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. But Little Mermaid is a Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, and it's probably one of my favorite Hans Christian Andersen stories. Now, granted, I've never read the originals, and I know that there are some versions of The Little Mermaid that are not 100% nice. I've not read the original of The Little Mermaid. But some of them I've heard are not, as I stated, are not all that, well, I'm sorry if I'm being a little redundant here. So Disney probably cleaned up the original story quite a bit to make it more marketable to children. But again, we'll save comparing the Disney version of The Little Mermaid and the Disney version of Beauty and the Beast and all the other Disney princess movies for individual comparison videos, comparing the Disney video or the Disney version with the actual fairy tale version, or in the case of Pocahontas and Mulan, the historical version. But yeah, Ariel, number 4, definitely one of my favorite characters in Disney. One of my favorite Renaissance characters. Much like Belle, she is in that Renaissance grouping of Disney movies, and she is one of my favorite Renaissance Disney princesses. Okay, Okay, number 3 is Cinderella from Cinderella. Cinderella is by far one of my favorite Brothers Grimm's fairy tales. I've seen multiple versions of Cinderella. The more modern versions I'm not all that keen on. I like the classical version of Cinderella with the prince and the fairy tale, with the prince and the castle and the ball and everything. I don't like the amped up teen versions all that much because I feel it takes away from the Cinderella experience of the story. It takes away from that too much. The only modern Cinderella story I actually do like is A Cinderella Christmas. It is one of my favorite Hallmark Christmas movies. Cinderella is one of my favorite Disney princesses. She's my favorite classical Disney princess. And there are only 2 other classical Disney princesses, Aurora and from Sleeping Beauty and Snow White from Snow White. But Cinderella is definitely my favorite classical Disney princess. My favorite version of Cinderella? Definitely Ever After with Anne Hathaway. That is my favorite version of Cinderella. Not that the Disney version is bad. I like the version of the Ever After version a little bit better because there is no magic in it. And I feel that's more probably truer to the events of what actually happened with Cinderella, as it was a folk story. Now, version with magic in it, definitely the Disney version is my favorite. The version that's with the fairy godmother and the magic, definitely the Disney version. My favorite overall Cinderella movie, Ever After, hands down. Okay, number 2 is Mulan. From Mulan. She is definitely my favorite Renaissance Disney princess. She does beat out Ariel for that title. I loved Mulan. And one of the things I loved about Mulan is that she is the first Disney princess that is not from Europe or is not from Europe. The majority of the Disney princesses are from Europe. Pocahontas was actually I think Pocahontas was the first one that was not from Europe because she was from North America. But possibly, I can't remember which one came out first, Mulan or Pocahontas. But also, Mulan is based on an actual person, and she's one of 2 Disney princesses that is based on a historical character, the other one being Pocahontas. And one of the things I also love about Mulan is that she's not technically a Disney princess. She does not, the requirements for being a Disney princess, and there are requirements, are first off, you have to be a human in an animated Disney movie that is not a sequel. You have to meet all 3 of those criteria. The second grouping is more on the character, and again, there are 3, but you only have to meet one of them. First, you have to be born royal. Second, you have to marry royal, and third, you have to commit an act of heroism or perform an act of heroism. Now, Mulan was not born royal. She is the daughter of a farmer and a soldier. And she doesn't marry royal either. She doesn't actually marry by the end of the movie. She does fall in love by the end of the movie, but she's not married by the end of the movie. She doesn't fall in love with a prince. She actually falls in love with a general. So she doesn't marry royal and she's not born royal. But she does perform an act of heroism, and a lot of people say that that act of heroism criteria was written solely for Mulan, which is okay. Disney is trying to have a very diverse look to their Disney princesses for girls from all different races. So they wrote the perform an act of heroism rule so Mulan could be a Disney princess for the Asian girls, which is great. They're trying to say, oh, well, we don't believe that all Disney princesses need to be Caucasian girls. We have Mulan, who is Asian, Tatiana, who is of African descent, Pocahontas, who's Native American, Jasmine, who is Arabian. They're doing a nice mix of races within the Disney princess grouping, which is nice. I love that they're doing that mix. They're not saying they're not sticking to one genre or one race. They're broadening it out. They're making it broad. They're saying every race is special. So I like that. But Mulan is the only member of the official Disney princesses who is not officially a princess. But she is, or is not a princess in her movie, but she does have the title of official Disney princess. So that's why she's number 2 on my list. Okay, now before we move on to my number 1 favorite Disney princess, I want to do an honorable mention. And that is Moana from Moana. Moana is the reason why this is a number 5, is a top 5 countdown and not a top 10 countdown. And that is solely because I am not 100% sure if Moana is an official Disney princess or not. Now, if she's not, if she's not an official Disney princess, I apologize for putting her in this honorable mention. But I wanted to put her in here just in case she was. Now, you have to understand, if Moana actually is an official Disney princess, and I go back and do a remake of this with a top 10, or even just a top 5, she's going to beat out Belle. Belle is not going to be on the list, unless I do a top 10. But if I do a remake of the top 5, she's going to beat out Belle, because she did beat out Belle in the top 10, Disney princesses. I actually had 6 Disney princesses that I believe were official Disney princesses. I am adding Moana into that grouping. But again, I'm not 100% sure if she is or not, but I am giving the honorable mention because I do like Moana. And my number 1 favorite Disney princess, or official Disney princess, is Tatiana from The Princess and the Frog. I love Tatiana, or Tiana, or however you say her name. If I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize. I love Tiana. Tiana is at the start of her movie, and we're going to get more into this in TV Talk, I promise, but I'm going to give you a quick gloss over of her movie. In the start of The Princess and the Frog, Tiana is all work and no play. She has a dream. She wants to open a restaurant for her father. Because that was his dream. His dream is her dream. And she's all work and no play. She knows that she's going to need a lot of money to buy this place her father wants to have for his restaurant. And she is not willing to settle. It has to be this particular location. And she knows it's going to require a lot of money. So she works a lot to get this place, and she is not letting anything stand in her way. She's not even interested in love in this movie. I mean, does she find it? Yes, she finds it, but she's not interested in it. Not at first, really. So that is one of the main reasons why I like Tiana. A lot of the other girls in this movie, or girls in this category, some of them were looking for love, like Cinderella and Ariel. Some of them were performing a selfless act, like Belle, taking her father's place in the Beast's castle. I don't think that's so much of a spoiler. That's kind of the whole premises of Beauty and the Beast, no matter what version you watch. Some of them are, and some of them, like Mulan, are trying to prove themselves. And Moana as well. Moana was essentially trying to prove herself as well. But Tiana just wants to achieve her goal. She has a goal and she doesn't want anything to stand in her way. And she doesn't believe in magic or wishing on a star to make her dreams come true. She believes in hard work, which is a complete contrast to the other Disney princesses. And that's one of the reasons why I like her. She is a modern Disney princess. She is classified in the modern Disney princess category. And that's one of the reasons I like her so much, is that she's bringing this different look or outlook or personality to the Disney princesses. And her story basically, her Disney story basically teaches girls that magic and wishing is all good and fine. I'm not saying there's nothing against magic and wishing. But that will only get, wishing for something will only get you so far. You have to do your part to make it come true. It's like, this thing I hear, and it comes up a lot in things. I'm going to get a little religious here. A man prays to God every day to win the lottery, but he never wins, so he stops believing in God. Eventually gets to heaven, and he asks God, why didn't you let me win the lottery? And God says, well, you never bought a ticket. Which basically means, and so it's the same thing. Wishing and wanting something is all well and good. It's what drives us. It's what causes us to set goals and want to meet goals. But wishing and wanting will only get you part of the way. You have to work for it. You have to help yourself. And that's what Tiana's story teaches us. She not only wished and dreamed for this restaurant, she worked for it. So that's why she is my #1 favorite official Disney princess. Okay, feel free to check out my other top favorite lists. I do take requests, so if you have a grouping that you would like me to do a countdown of, a top 10 countdown of, you can just leave it in the comment section, and if I can come up with enough to do a 10 or a 5 or 10 countdown, I will do that. And if I choose, if you leave a comment, if you leave a suggestion and I do decide to do that, I will give you a shout out in the video I do of that grouping. I did it for domestic animals. Wasn't exactly a suggestion, it was just something that was posted in the comment section. I'm like, I like this, so I'm gonna do a video on that. Also, you can feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I used for the icons, and I will have the links in the description section. Please note, all pictures seen within this video belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. Okay, also feel free to check out my top favorite special edition videos. I know there's quite a few more of those than there are of the top favorite. This is probably one of the few video groupings that I have more special editions than regular. Oh, and I just noticed I left 2 off in the special edition video. I apologize for that. It's top 10 favorite mothers and mother figures in TV, movies, and literature, and top 5 favorite mothers and mother figures in Star Wars. both of which are a Mother's Day special edition video. I apologize for neglecting to put those on there. I just now noticed it. That will be fixed by the next top favorite video. And I bumped something. Excuse me. And I'm sorry about that. I bumped my remote and put the volume back on my TV, so I apologize for the little background noise in the back. That was just there. Okay, also feel free to check out my other videos. Also, when I think, I'm sorry, this has a whole lot of typos in it that I'm just now noticing. Eastern Pride is no longer available on YouTube. I actually do have it on my Facebook page, but it's not available on YouTube. I apologize. I thought I took that off the listing. I will have that fixed. Before I sign off, a couple of things I'd like to touch on. First off, oh, and quick reminder on my comment rules. I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. I'm sorry if I'm seeming scatterbrained in this video. It is not intentional. Okay, now, before I sign off, two things I'd like to touch on. First off, for my YouTube, for my Facebook friends, all special edition videos, or older special edition videos, are on YouTube. Also, with the exception of Fanfic Corner and a select top 10, or top favorite, book talk, and a select grouping of movie talk, TV talk, and special edition videos. All of my videos will be posted strictly to YouTube, and then the links posted to Facebook. This is due, number one, time-wise. It's just so much easier for me to just do it that way because YouTube uploads the videos way faster than Facebook. Number three, if I lose the connection, my internet connection, for whatever reason, it just shuts off, or my computer turns itself off for whatever reason, YouTube picks up right where it left off once I restart it, but Facebook starts over from the beginning. So again, that is just, it's time-wise. I will do a few select ones, and Book Talk, Top Favorite, and Fanfic Corner will definitely have a dual posting no matter what. But TV Talk and Movie Talk and a few, and Special Edition, and my Special Edition videos, one of my Special Edition movie videos, well, probably Special Edition Top Favorite videos too, unless I get them done relatively quickly, will be posted strictly to Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube, and then links posted, with the exception of like my absolute favorite movies and my favorite episodes from a certain TV show. To check out anything that is not strictly posted to Facebook, or posted dually to Facebook and YouTube, not link-wise, you can either check out the links that I will post to Facebook, or you can go to my YouTube page, or my YouTube channel, excuse me, and check them out there. I will have the link in the description section. And this one is for my YouTube subscribers, and that is that there'll be a dual posting for TV Talk and Movie Talk as well. It'll be posted they will be posted both to my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. Actually, all my videos. They will be posted to, well, not all my videos, Top Favorite, Fanfic Corner, and Book Talk. So I'm going to have to change that. Will be posted, have dual postings. They'll be posted both to Facebook and YouTube. If you want to check out, but as for TV Talk, if you want to check out any of the TV Talk videos, or backlog TV Talk videos that are not on YouTube, you can check them out on my Facebook page. I will have the link in the description section. Also, I believe I have not done a re-upload of The School for Good and Evil, Book 3 yet. I'm not sure if I did a re-upload video of that or not. I'd have to actually check my Book Talk category on YouTube. But if I haven't and you want to check out that video, you can check it out on Facebook because it is up on Facebook. I will have the link in the description section. Okay, just to make things a little easier on you guys, here's a list of all the TV shows I've either done TV Talk videos on or I'm currently doing TV Talk videos on. Okay, as always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.